Hi everybody, so today we're going to start looking at fact families where there are 8 facts. So we know 4 addition facts, but now we're going to start learning about the subtraction facts as well. Based on everything that we've been doing and knowing our number bonds, we should be okay. So let's have a quick recap of some of the things we've been doing. So what is 1 less than 9? So if you've got 9, what's 1 less than it? What's the number that comes before 9? It is 8. Well done if you got that one right. What is this number? Take away this number. So you can write it as a number sentence. You can get your toys. You might just know it off the top of your head. But if you need to go and get something to help you, pause the video so you can have a go at that one. So the number is 6. Take away 5 equals 1. Well done if you did that. Next one. If 3 add 7 equals 10, then 7 add 3 equals 10 as well, doesn't it? Because 3 and 7 is 10. So then, of course, we know 7 and 3 is 10 because we're just switching it around, aren't we? We're just using those numbers and switching it around. And that's what we're going to look at today. Next one. What number is missing? So I've got my whole as 8, my part as 5, and I'm missing the other part. 8 take away 5 equals, or some of you might do it as 5 and something makes 8. What number's missing? It is 3. Well done if you did that, Nottingham. Okay, let's move on to our addition families then. So, do you remember what a fact family is? So it's where we know 4 facts about these 3 numbers. So just using those 3 numbers, not any other number that we want to, just these 3 numbers, we can write 4 addition facts. And that's what we're going to be looking at today, but including subtraction as well. And it is a little bit tricky, but I'm sure you can do it. So I think you'll be able to do this one without me moving on to the answers. So I want you to get yourself a pencil and paper and write down the fact family for these 3 numbers. Remember, we're only using these 3 numbers. We're not using any other random number that we want to. We're just using 7 as our whole, 4 as our part, and 3 as our part. Remembering a part add a part equals a whole. A part add a part equals a whole. So we do 2 of those, and then we do 2, a whole equals a part add a part. Pause the video and have a go. So here is our fact family. So we've got 4 add 3 equals 7. 3 add 4 equals 7. 7 equals 4 add 3. And 7 equals 3 add 4. So give yourselves a tick if you got that. It doesn't have to be in the same order as mine. Don't worry if you wrote it the other way around. As long as you have written that correct number sentence, you get a tick. Okay, because we can write them a different way around, can't we? You might have chosen to write 3 add 4 equals 7 first, which is absolutely fine because it's still right. As long as you haven't written 1 add 7 equals 2, then, and just written random numbers, that's fine. But I'm sure your grown-ups will have helped you with that. So have a think. So here we have, the whole is 4, the part is 1, and the part is 3. So what would 4 take away 1 equal? Well, it would equal 3, wouldn't it? Because that's our other part. So we're just using these 3 numbers. So therefore, if we know 4 take away 1 equals 3, then we're going to know 4 take away 3 equals 1. Well done if you said that. So what is the same and what is different about these sentences? Have a little think. Maybe have a chat with your grown-up. What is the same and what is different? So the same is that we're using the same numbers, aren't we, all of the time. We're not just putting random numbers in there. We're using the same numbers. The difference is we're having to move our parts. Has the whole stayed the same? It has, hasn't it? The whole has stayed the same at the beginning. So well done if you did that. You might have even come up with some other things that are same and different. So let's have a look at this tens frame. Here we've got 6 red counters and 4 yellow counters. And what does 6 add 4 make? It makes 10. Well done. Can you write the other number sentence to match this one? Pause the video and have a go. I think you can do that. So we would just switch the numbers around, wouldn't we? And it would be 4 add 6 equals 10. Well done if you did that. Now we're going to have a look at subtraction. So this is where it gets a little bit trickier, okay? Because for these, the whole goes at the beginning. But later on, you will find that the answer is at the beginning, and that can't be the whole. Oh, and that's where it gets a little bit tricky. But for these two, for now, let's just learn that the whole, because it's the biggest number, is at the beginning. We've always got to take away something from the biggest number, because when we're taking away, it gets less and less, doesn't it? We're not adding more and more because that's adding. We're taking away, it gets less and less. So for these, the whole goes at the beginning because it's a whole, take away a part equals a part. So we're ready. So our whole is 10. And we're going to take away a part. We're going to take away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that leaves us with 6. Well done if you did that. Bit of a challenge. I wonder if you can do the next one for me. Remembering a whole, take away a part equals a part. Have a go at that tricky challenge. Some of you might not have found it tricky. I wonder how you got on. Let's have a look. So we've got 10. And if we take away 6, that leaves us with 4. So all we've done is switch these two numbers around. So well done if you managed to do that. So we know that by using this cherry diagram and these three numbers, we're able to come up with facts just based around these numbers. What do you notice about this? Can you tell anything? Yeah, that 6 add 4 makes 10. So 10 take away 4 must equal 6. So we're just using these three numbers together to come up with all these different facts. So this time we're going to look at these flowers. So let's count how many we've got. So how many orange have we got? We've got 1, 2 orange. How many purple do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. What's 2 add 5 then? 2 add 5 equals 7. Well done if you did that. So we've got a part of 2, a part of 5, and a whole of 7. Can you write the other number sentence to match? Remember, just use these three numbers. We're not using any other numbers. So have a go at writing that next sentence. So it would be, we just switch those numbers around, don't we? To give us 5 add 2 equals 7. Well done if you did that. Now we've got to do our takeaway, and we've only just started learning this, haven't we? So remember, we know that the whole is going to go at the beginning here because it's a whole, take away a part equals a part. So have a think. Maybe some of you can do it by yourself now. If you can't, just keep watching. That's absolutely fine. But if you want to have a go at those next two sentences, pause the video, remembering it's a whole, take away a part equals a part. So it is 7 take away 5 is going to equal 2. Well done if you did that. Well said. So let's have a look this time. So remember, we're still using 7, 2 and 5, but we need to switch them round again. So we know our whole goes at the beginning because it's a whole, take away a part equals a part. Now, can I have 7 take away 5 equals 2? No, because I've already written that. So then I know I need to write 7 take away 2 equals 5. Well done if you did that, Nottingham. It is quite tricky, but I'm pretty sure you'll get there. So if we know these facts, then we know these ones as well. A whole equals a part of the part, sorry. So 7 equals 5 add 2. 7 equals 2 add 5. And we knew that, but these are the trickier ones now for the subtraction. Oh my goodness. A part equals a whole, take away a part. And these are the two that most children always get wrong. And even as grown-ups, we probably do as well, because it is really confusing. I think the others are pretty straightforward, the other 6 facts, but these last two are quite tricky. So let's go through that again. So we've got part add a part equals a whole, and we do 2 of those. A whole take away a part equals a part, and we do 2 of those. A whole equals a part add a part, and again we do 2 of those. And then we have a part equals a whole take away a part, and we do 2 of those. And that's because we couldn't have 7 equals 2 take away 5, because if you've got 2, can you take 5 away from it? No. And if we had 7 equals 5 take away 2, we'd do 5 and we'd take away 2, but does that equal 7? No. So that's where the bottom 2 are a little bit trickier. But have a go at this next one. So Here we have some bananas and apples. I want you to work out, you might want to do the addition one first, that's absolutely fine, and then have a go at the subtraction. How many apples do you have? How many bananas do you have? And what is your whole? So it's apples add bananas equals the whole, which is all of them all together. Do your addition, there's the 4 addition, then have a go at your subtraction ones as well. If you need to draw the cherry diagram because that helped you, then do it. If you need to get some equipment, that's absolutely fine as well. Have a go at doing this one, and then when you've done it, press play again and the answers will come on the screen. So I hope you did all right there, guys. That was quite tricky, wasn't it? So we've got, and remember, yours might be in a different order, so you might need your grown-up to help you. You might think you've got it wrong when you might have got it right. 2 add 3 equals 5. 3 add 2 equals 5. Do all the additions one first. 5 equals 3 add 2, and 5 equals 2 add 3. Then our subtraction, remember, was a whole take away a part equals a part. So we've got 5 take away 3 equals 2. 5 take away 2 equals 3. And 2 equals 5 take away 3. And 3 equals 5 take away 2 because it's a part equals a whole take away a part. Well done, Nottingham. Goodness me, that was a tricky lesson today, wasn't it? As a challenge, or if you want some extra work, and again, this is not compulsory, this is entirely up to you and whether you want some extra things to do, see if you can create your own. So choose, so as long as it's below 10, okay, because they're the numbers that we've been working on, we are moving on to bigger numbers soon, but choose less than 5 of something and less than 5 of something else, and it might be that your grown-up does it, and then see if you can write the 8 addition facts to go with it. We are going to do this again in tomorrow's lesson, so if you found it a little bit tricky, don't worry. Or if there is any problems, you do know that I'm available on Tapestry to try and help you through it. Take care, everybody. Well done.